we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey everybody, hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today I have a really fun project that I'm going to be working on. You guys know we have Pickles the Snapping Turtle, and Pickles was previously in one of these size water containers. We downgraded him slightly to this one because we thought we were going to use these larger water tubs for the monitors. Turns out these water tubs don't even fit through the doors of the enclosures, so that was out of the question. But Pickles is still in this for now because I want Pickles in a much larger enclosure. And I asked Jerry, what do we think about putting Pickles in an enclosure? In a lizard enclosure. He's like, we have open enclosures right now, why not? So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be moving Pickles into a super large enclosure today. And but my idea is I am gonna take one of the larger water tubs that we have. I'm going to actually bury it rather, so that it sits fairly flush with the ground. I want it to be as naturalistic looking as possible. He's still gonna have a really large water source, but we're gonna get plants in it, we're gonna get minnows in it, so it's sort of self-cleaning. That way that the mosquito larvae get eaten by the minnows, and he's gonna get a much larger space to walk around and run around in, so that's gonna be really exciting. Let me get all the materials I'm gonna need, and we will meet back over at the enclosure. Okay guys, so we have all our materials gathered. We are currently in hallway 2, and this is what it looks like. This is the monster water tub, and as you can see, it just doesn't quite fit with the palm log that's right here. Now, this enclosure is currently between our two blackthroat pairs. So we've got Shrek and Diamond on this side. We've got Sapphire and Onyx on this side. We currently don't have plans to use this enclosure for another monitor, for another rock monitor, anytime in the foreseeable future. So we're just gonna convert it to Pickles enclosure. That palm log can be removed and saved for putting back later. There is a lay box that he actually will be able to get into. He might not, of course, he's not going to use it to lay, but he might enjoy getting into it. There's cool dirt in there. This water tub, as tall as I am almost, it is really, really close. He's still going to have quite a large footprint of water and all of this ground to cover. It would be actually very funny if he ended up somehow climbing the screen and getting on that shelf. You know, people don't think that that snapping turtles and turtles in general have the ability to climb, but some climb quite well, including snapping turtles. So that'll be quite interesting to have to look for him if we do. Now I'm gonna get this palm log removed, and then I'm gonna start that fun task of digging up the dirt to make room for this tub. Okay, palm log, check. And here's Georgia the guru. Right on the other side of this screen. Hey girl, what you doing, lovely? She is huge right now because she is digging to lay eggs. An unfertilized clutch of eggs. All right, I'm gonna get this guy moved out, and then I'm gonna start digging, and I'll show you when I've got the hole dug. Okay guys, it's hot today. That's all I'm gonna say. And digging in the sun, it's always fun. Here's where we're at. I've got the tub in. I've got to get this in that corner and weighed down as best as I can. All right, so that's blocking that there. Now, I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually fill this up and then let it sit overnight. and see if it drains at all. If that pond liner isn't working and it ends up seeping through, then I'm gonna have to come up with another method to actually plug this up. But for now, I've got it. I mean, there's still a little bit of a gap where it sits above the surface here. I have the ground ramped up on this side so he'll be able to come in over here and jump in. I might show Jerry a picture and see if he has any input. He might say, hey, take some buckets of dirt and put it all the way up to the edge here and make a little slope going up to it. That way it looks a little bit more natural, which would involve a little more digging. So yeah, I'm gonna get this filled up, and maybe I'll call him now and see what he says about that. Since he can't join me, since his leg is broken. So, all right, let's get back to it. Okay, guys, here's what we came up with. Jerry was like, I called him, and Jerry said, hey, I have some sections of cut palm logs that you can take and put it against the edge there and partially bury. That way it makes a more smooth transition up the side. And I like how this looks. I added a little plant in the corner, a couple little plants, some Lysomachia. That'll grow in and kind of stream outwards, and yeah, I'm digging it. I think it looks cool. So tonight we're gonna let this sit. We're gonna see if it drains at all. Hopefully it doesn't, fingers crossed. It doesn't leak. And yeah, tomorrow we'll get the plants moved in, we'll get some minnows moved in, and then we'll get Pickles moved in and give him a feeding in his new enclosure. So exciting. All right, guys, we're back out here the next day. This is the moment of truth. We're walking up to it now. Oh, it held water. We are good to go. We are in business. So, a couple more things to do before getting Pickles moved in. I've got to get the hide box out. Jerry and I discussed it last night. There's really no reason to keep the hide box in there. If he's got the lay box for cover, if he really wants to go in it and tool around, he totally can. But he doesn't need that big old hide box. And he might actually appreciate having that concrete slab to like lay out and sun on. So that's just gonna be more space for him to actually move around if I take that hide box out. So I'm gonna get that out. We're gonna go ahead and get we're just gonna dip some minnows out of the pond, get those moved in here. We're gonna get our plants moved in, and then it's Pickles time. I'm really excited. Here we go. Plants are in. Boom. We've got our minnows to take care of the mosquitoes. Boom. We're ready for Pickles. Here's Pickles. Now, let me see if I can't Pickles here for a second. Here's Pickles. Let me see if I can set this down and show you guys Pickles. Slightly different angle. He went through that walk across the yard. Now he is ready to get into his enclosure. Snapping turtles can stretch their neck out so stinking far. There we go. And I've had Pickles actually since he was just a little tiny baby. I actually found him when I was still living in North Carolina, and I had found him right when he hatched because there was a bunch of shells in the area that I found him. I actually thought at the time that he was an alligator snapping turtle because I had an outdoor pond at the time with alligator snapping turtles in it, and I thought that they had bred and laid eggs, and I thought that's what he was. So it turns out no, he is just a common snapping turtle, but I've loved him just the same. He is a very good boy. Now, I'm very curious to see what Pickles wants to do first. I'm just gonna lay him down here and maybe let him explore. He's gonna go for the water. Oh, he went for the water. And there he goes. We're gonna bring out some food later to feed Pickles, so it's not just so bloop, there he goes. Because I would love some footage of Pickles actually being in this enclosure, because right now I don't know that you would know that he's actually in here. Let's see if I can get him. Come here, Pickles. Come on. I want to see you come out of the water. Pickles is very food motivated. Got to be careful with those fingers. Oh, he's already trying to go after some of those minnows he sees. All right, well, that's okay. We'll let him settle in, get used to this this big new enclosure, and we'll come back later when, because today is feeding day for the monitors. We'll come back later when we have a plate of, let's see, what's today? It's chicken day. Today's chicken day. So come back when I have a plate of chicken for him, and we'll see if we can't get him out, get him to run around the enclosure, and see him enjoying it a little bit more. This is super cool though. I'm happy just to see him in this. Okay, so here we are with Pickles. We're gonna start off with a small little tiny piece here. Oh, you didn't get all of it. Oh no, not the tongs, Pickles. Pickles, not the tongs. Oh my goodness. I gotta let him think he's got it. There you go. Now, let's try that again, buddy. Right there. Oh gosh. Here. Can you get out on that side? That's an interesting... Are you able to get out, Pickles? Oh, you are. Oh, you totally are. Where are you going? Pickles! What a goober. This might actually be the first time he's like getting out, seeing the enclosure. I don't want to stress him out. Maybe he'll figure out how to get back in the water. He's kind of just sitting there holding on to the piece of meat. I think he's more so taking in his environment right now rather than worrying about eating. And he's in a corner. Pickles! Oh, there he goes. So he took his food into a corner. Now he's kind of working on eating it again. Are you gonna come back over here, Pickles? Come on, buddy. I've got more for you. And I just dropped some in the water. Oh, that's funny. The minnows are trying to get at the chicken I dropped in the water. Come on, Pickles. Come on, bud. I've got some more for you. Got all this more for you. Come on, Pickles. Come on, buddy. I don't know what to do with this big mouthful. Oh, you're gonna try and hold both now? Pickles. What do you think you're gonna do with all that? Well, you can't come into the hall. Pickles. Okay, hang on now. Do you just want to go back into your water? Is that what you want? That is too funny. Yeah, he's definitely very comfortable eating in the water. He can drag that food around, position it the way he needs to. Let's see if we can get a shot of him under the water here. There he is. There he goes. Now we can really work on that piece. That is too funny that he took that piece all the way into the corner of the enclosure and all the way back around and then tried to walk out the front door. Okay, okay. You can take it. You can take it with you. Oh, goodness. There you go. All right. He's got a nice meal in there with him. He's going to enjoy dragging that around his water tub. The minnows are going to enjoy the little bits that he ripped off. And I'm sure he'll come back over to this plate and clean it up more later. I really appreciate you guys coming along for this one. It was really fun to do this entire build and to actually get him into an awesome new living space until we can get his final pond area done, which is gonna be that little path leading from the house into the bar area. So if you guys enjoyed this one, please leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on if you enjoyed watching this or not. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We will see you soon.